Hey, so today I wanted to do a tutorial on using my silicone molds. I know I did one with the LV letters. So this one, the big thing that makes, I'm going to do a Christmas tree and a beanie hat, like for cold. I don't know what they're called. We're in Florida. We don't wear them. But I call them beanie hats. So that's what I'm going to do. They're pretty basic with the bead part of it. The fun part to me is the decorating. So I do use paint markers to decorate. So my Christmas tree is just going to be a solid green, one color, super easy. But then the decorations totally make this fresh sheet. It's one of my best sellers during Christmas, and I get so excited around Christmas time because I love making it. And then the beanie one, it's a new mold. So I did not have it last year to make this, so I'm going to decorate it. Once again, it's going to be just a solid color. I'm doing a purple color today, and then I'm going to decorate it, and that just makes this, and it's a new one, so I'm excited to release it to my customers and for my wholesale accounts and all that, and hopefully they like it as much as I do. So on these, I am going to stick them in my toaster oven. They are silicone molds, so they bake longer than cookie cutters do for me. So it's kind of a trial and error, and I even noticed based on like where the location of the toaster oven is changes how long I have to bake it. So I'm going to stick these in for 15 minutes at 350. Okay, so and what I mean by location, at my old shop, it would only take about 12 to 13 minutes to bake the silicone molds, but it was not in an air-conditioned shop. It was outside in a warehouse, so the temperature was a lot, a lot hotter. So when I moved here, I started trying to bake them at 12 and 13 minutes, and it wasn't working. So I do 15 now, but it's air-conditioned. It's 72 degrees in here. So for sure, the temperature makes a difference. So notice that when you are using your silicone molds. Okay, so they are done. They have cooled for the most part. If y'all have not done silicone molds yet, run, jump, go get them as fast as you can get them because they are really awesome. So one of my favorite things is how easy they pop out. They literally just pop right out. And I love that because if you have done the cookie cutters, like I've almost sliced my fingers trying to, or my hands open, like the palms trying to push them out. So for this one, a lot of times for the molds, depending on if it has designs in the bottom, you're going to want to do what would normally be the back is going to be the front. So for the beanie one, this is going to be my front side, and for the Christmas tree, I'm going to do it like a traditional one, and this is going to be my back side. So they are still a little too warm for me to drill a hole in them. It'll gunk it up, so I'm going to go ahead and decorate though, and then I'll just come back. So I'm going to do the Christmas tree first. So I have my hot glue gun. I probably say this every video. If you do not have a cordless hot glue gun, go get one. I'll link it in the description for where I got mine on Amazon. They are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Where I'm sitting, I don't have outlets right here. So I love this. It takes like a minute, if even, to turn on. Super quick. The red light will turn to green when it's hot, when it's ready to go. So for these, for the Christmas tree, I'll do it first. I am going to use, they came from Michael's, I want to say. It's like Jolie's Boutique. So they're little strands of Christmas lights. I got a bunch of these last Christmas and stocked up. So I did not buy any this season so far. So I honestly don't even know if they have them. But if they do, these are the ones to get. I have noticed sometimes if you pull, these pop out, they pop right back in. So, let me show you. For mine, the way I do it is I'm going to do 2 strands with 2 on them. So I have my scissors. This light right here at the end, I'm not going to be able to use because I don't have enough string. So I'm going to cut the string and throw that away. And then this one, I'm going to count over 2. And I'm going to cut it as close to that as I can. So there's one of my strands. And now I'm going to do the same thing again. The second row does 2 also, but I'm not going to be able to use that first one. So I'm just going to cut it as close as I can. And I'll throw that one away. And then cut over to this one. And I probably could save them and find something else to do with them, but I have enough stuff. Alright, so when it's done, it's going to look like that. Now, the way I do this, I put 2 strands, one on this row, one on this row. For this strand, I just simply put it in, and then I try to hold it if the string's long enough. And then I'm going to take the hot glue and just push it right there into that crease. Hold it for a second while it dries. And then at the end, once it's dry and I'm done decorating, I'll come back and cut that off. Now this one, I'm going to do the same thing. And I just noticed that is a totally different light. I've not noticed that before. So that's kind of funny actually. So if you look, these are pointed and that one's round. I don't know if you can actually see that from the video, but that's the first time I've noticed that. So, and all the other ones are pointed. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it's gonna stay. So then I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to come over and I just do a little bit of hot glue right there in that crease to hold. Okay, so there are those 2. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing with this row. I'm going to come right in there. And I'm going to put a little thin piece of hot glue right there. I do it right here just because it's not as noticeable compared to having hot glue down further on the tree. And then when I do this one, I'm in trouble getting the string. I go back at the end and clean them up if I notice. So, okay. So, those 2 are done. So, I love the way it looks. This one did not pull quite the way I wanted. But, alright, so this time, this one, it has a little bit of extra. So, all I do when that happens is I pull it and tuck it under one of the sides, and I'll glue it down. So I'm going to take it and just put a little bit of glue on the back, wrap the string underneath it, and glue it down, and that just helps pull it tighter where you don't notice it as much. Like, you can see it, but you would really have to be looking for imperfections to see that. All right. I don't prefer to hot glue them all down because I kind of like the way it looks when it dangles. All right, so I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to trim off need to get sharper scissors. I just got these, I don't know, a couple months ago, but I use them a lot, so I guess they're dull already. Okay. So, there is that. Now, for the bottom, I don't have the original wrapper, but I bought these presents. And all I do is put hot glue, and I do them sideways. Cover that string. There's an extra piece of string hanging out of it. Okay, so I do like that. So it has a present hanging a present at the bottom, and I just hot glue it on. Those came from Michael's too. I don't have the package. That was last year. And then I'm going to just take and drill a hole. I'm going to go down a little bit to drill the hole because, hold on. Okay. I'm going to go down a little bit to drill the hole because I'm going to put a star at the top. So the stars are just stickers I got from Michael's again. And to do that and put it on just like that. So it's done. One was 'Tis the Season. So I have a thermal printer. I print the labels. I stick them on right here. I put a piece of cardstock in. It has my logo. And I do that just so it's easy. Now this is for a wholesaler, so they very well could take it out. I'm totally fine with that. I don't care. Honestly, once you buy it, it's yours. You can do with it as you please. I'm going to put my string in. But as I ship, this makes them stay firm, and it keeps the bags from getting all nasty. I noticed before that my bags in some of my places I sell in town where I maintain them, the bags were getting nasty, and it just, I need to drill that some more. I don't like that. So I started putting the cardstock in. Does it soak away the smell? I don't know. I mean, I kind of try to think of it as when you walk in somewhere and smell gets on you, is it taking away the smell of there? No. I mean, it's still going to smell there. The smell is just transferring to you too. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that is the final product. I twist it around, put it in the back. I do not tie them on any freshie I make, just because I let the customer tie them. But with the cardstock in the back, it does keep it firm. Hot glue string. And then I fold it, and I'll just stick it to the side until the rest of them are done. I have the bags that are the polypropylene bags, but I use the kind with the hanging hole, and then they're resealable because a lot of customers like to smell them, so I did resealable. But that is that one. So super easy. Thanks for watching today's video. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Leave a comment on what tutorial you would like to see next, and check out part 2 for the beanie.